Good morning! It's day 28, and it's a Thursday. I don't have a lot of plans today. I do have therapy at one point today. We didn't go to the gym this morning because we were out late dancing last night. I think I got home around 11:30 or 12, and then by the time I went to sleep, it was almost 1. So I was not getting up for the gym this morning. So this morning with my coffee, I've been reading The Ocean's Daughter a little bit. I'm making some progress. It's a very quick read. It's fine. It's not great. It's not great. The writing, it's not horrific. I've read worse. I could see how a young kid would enjoy this because, you're not as concerned with the writing when you're a young kid. It wouldn't seem as annoying or as repetitive. One thing that is getting a little annoying is that one of the most common physical describers in this, not physical, but emotion describers, is the author constantly says, she smiled. She smiled at him. She turned and looked at him and she smiled at him. And she smiles constantly throughout this. And occasionally her smile is a little mischievous, or occasionally her smile is a little playful, but she is constantly smiling at these different people. And within a paragraph, she might smile at the captain like 3 or 4 times. And you're kind of just like, can she do anything else? Can she do anything else just instead of smile? Because I'm like, there's a lot of times when she's smiling and it's kind of an inappropriate thing. She doesn't need to be smiling at that moment. So it's a little strange. That, I'm like, that's really overdone. And at this point, she's learning a little more about the roles of women within society. It doesn't apply to her on her ship, but if she were to actually go on land, women are treated a lot differently. She actually hasn't gone on land, but she's been able to witness how women are treated and she doesn't like it. And then they end up getting 2 new crewmates who treat her abysmally. And of course, it has everything to do with her being under the age of 16 and a girl. So that's like the current hurdle we're dealing with. And also her coming to terms with the fact that she might have feelings for her crewmate, who is of an age that's appropriate to have feelings for. Not hating it so much that I'm ready to DNF it. I really do save DNFs for books. They're really bothering me for various reasons, or I just can't. I'm so bored, I just can't get into it. And the pace of this keeps going, so it's not like I'm so bored that I can't just keep reading it. Okay, so my TBR video has literally taken all day to edit. Like it's an in-depth TBR, let's put it that way. And it's longer than I've had in a while, but there's just a lot of components and elements to it. So that's been my day. And I have picked this up a little bit to read a little bit here and there. And I'm gonna be honest, when you have a lot of books that you're excited about and the book that you're currently reading is it's just not doing anything special, it's not standing out in any way, and I feel like there are other books at the moment I'm much more excited to read, then you can decide, you know what? I don't need to read this. I don't need to read this. And I think it might be time that this book found a different home. I do believe that a younger audience probably will enjoy this. Not everyone is going to enjoy it, but I think that a younger audience will enjoy this and overlook the things that were bothering me. And it would probably be a lot more entertaining and interesting. But I just recently read The Ship of Shadows by Maria Kuznier, and that's a middle grade, but basically the same concept, where this young girl is trying to live on a ship and make her way in the world on a ship. And it was so good. It was so good that it's hard to want to spend my time with something that's just not pulling me in at all. And I'm not attached to any of the characters. I'm not attached to our main character. And I feel like at the moment, getting close to the end of the month, we're on the 28th, I'd rather just read other things. So I'm going to unhaul this one. And it's probably going to go into a little free library, and hopefully somebody else will pick it up and really enjoy it. And so what I'm going to do for the next few days is a little bit of 1 week, 1 shelf, sort of, but then also a little bit not, and go for something I really want to read. Okay, so you may have seen, if you've watched my TBR video yet, and if you haven't, this is spoilery, so skip ahead. I lost player TBR rate, which means that I can't read this book in the month of September. And yet I have to read it by September 15th in order to make it work for my It's my July book. This was my July new release. It has to be done by September 15th. So I have to get this one done before the 31st. And then to satisfy the 1 week, 1 shelf, I can continue working on Galileo's Daughter, because I can work on this a little bit every day and then, you know, this the rest of the time. And you know, I may not actually end up finishing this, but at least I will be continuing to make progress in a book from 1 week, 1 shelf. So that's my compromise. I got a book off my shelf with The Ocean's Daughter, like I'm unhauling it, so it's not gonna be on my shelf anymore. And The Red Pony's not technically off my shelf because it's part of a collection of short stories, but that story is done, so it's no longer one I have to read off that shelf. So, you know, I'm still making progress on that shelf. And once I finally get this book completed from 1 week, 1 shelf last year, I will have taken this one off my nonfiction shelf. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I really wanna read this and I need to read it before the end of the month. And I do really wanna continue reading this. This was way more fun for me to read than The Ocean's Daughter. So if I'm gonna be doing 1 week, 1 shelf, I'd rather be doing it with a book that I'm enjoying. That's our sunset tonight. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, so unfortunately I don't make a lot of time for movies in my life, but I'm gonna finally get around to watching 5 Feet Apart. I do need to watch Wonder as well, because both of these are from the library and they need to go back at some point, but I'm ready. Tonight, I'm gonna watch this. You being a creeper? She's just staring at me behind that blanket. Okay, I finished watching 5 Feet Apart. Definitely leaks a little from my eyes. So it was great. It was really good. I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the book too, so it was nice to be able to experience it after having read the book. Like, they're very, very similar. The book and the movie are very much the same, but somehow this story was a little more tear-inducing when I watched it in the movie. So it was fantastic. And if you haven't watched 5 Feet Apart or read the book, they're both really good, by Rachel Lippincott. So now that adaptation for her kid can be finished. I'm making progress, but I didn't make any progress reading tonight, but it is late. So I'm gonna go to bed. I am almost at the end of the month. And you know, it hasn't been my most productive reading month, but I feel like it's been a really nice month. All right, it's day 28. No, it was day 29, not day 28 again. And we're on an adventure, all of us. Hello! We're gonna go look for Halloween stuff. Yep, we're getting ready for fall. Am I ready? No, I'm wearing a summery shirt. But we're gonna have, what are you wearing? Halloween. Yeah, fall. Jordan's ready. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna see what we can see. We're gonna go to Cost Plus World Market because they are seasonal a lot of times, but they sell out quickly. So we want to go early enough that they actually have some fall stuff there. They're all conspiring against me. Fall is already here. Good morning, friends. It's day 30 and I did not sign off last night or do anything. There wasn't much reading that happened. It was a long but good day. We got back late from our trip because we hit traffic. There was like construction and a whole bunch of stuff. It was a work day and we didn't expect as much traffic as we ended up hitting. So by the time we got back, we actually had to push back our show by an hour for bookStara. And then we actually chatted for almost 2 hours about part of your world, and then just in general. We always get very deep on we talk about everything and anything, and we get very deep sometimes. So I ended up crying on that stupid live, but it was still great. Like, it was so wonderful just to be able to chat with everybody, and we have a great group in bookStara. We've cultivated a really nice group of people, so I love that. And then after that, I read for a teeny bit, but I had plans to chat with my friend Elisa on the phone. So like around 9, we chatted for over an hour. And then I tried to read a little more before I went to sleep, but I was too tired. So I didn't end up reading that much of A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. So far I'm right there, which is page 28. Not very far yet. So hoping to make a lot of progress during sprints, because I'm currently on sprints for Neva's 24-hour reading sprints. She does 24 hours every month, and some of us booktubers do like a leg of the sprints. So I've got 4 hours from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. this morning. My plan is to read this, and right now I'm having my coffee, and I got these yesterday. So we spent a lot of money at Cost Plus. We had too much fun. And one thing I'm bummed about is Cost Plus's prices have gone up quite a bit since the last time I've been there. I feel like it used to be very reasonable, and now the prices, I'm just like, oh, that's... I mean, granted, I know that things have in general been getting more expensive, but I'm like, wow, okay. So anyways, on the 55% clearance section where they were clearancing some of the foods that they had the Tunnix tea cakes, which I love the red ones because they're the milk chocolate ones. I haven't ever actually tried the dark chocolate ones, but I love dark chocolate, and these were 55% off. So we got a couple boxes of these because I really like these. And here, I'll show you what they look like. So they look like this. If you've never had these, they're delicious. I'm sure you can get them in other places. They're from Scotland. Tunnix is a Scottish brand. They have a little bit of chocolate over marshmallow and then like an oat cake at the bottom. So no, they're not a healthy breakfast. Just a nice little sweet thing to go with my coffee. And I love them. They're so good. And the dark chocolate's good. I hadn't ever tried the dark chocolate because I actually never saw that. I've only ever seen the milk chocolate boxes. If you've never tried Tunnix, they're really, really good. And they were on sale. So I bought a few boxes. It was good. Anyways, I'm going to get going on my reading and drinking my coffee and enjoying my morning. And then I will catch up with you when I have like an actual synopsis to give you on what this book is actually about. Okay, so I did make progress on Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, and I'm 70 pages in, and I'm having so much fun with this. I'm having a blast. So far, we've got our main character, Sarah, who was born a witch with tons of magical powers. She has more magical power than most witches these days, because a lot of witches are starting to, at least it seems like magical power is not as strong in many witches. She said she thinks it has a lot to do with inbreeding within the magical community, or at least too much of keeping the magic within one small community, so there's not as much new magic coming in. She's living this wonderful life of loving her magic as a kid, and her aunt drops dead at the very beginning of this. We are in this scene where she's trying to resurrect her aunt, and the only reason she knows this resurrection spell is because there is this witch stuck in the body of a fox. She's been basically cursed to be in this fox body that knows the spell but doesn't have magic of her own. So she's telling Sarah how to resurrect her aunt. And she's successful, but unfortunately she uses too much of her magic and she depletes the magic to the point where she now only has a very teeny tiny bit of magic left. And resurrection is illegal. It's completely illegal within the magic community. One of the heads, her mentor, this jerk named Albert Gray or something like that was his name. But he's so jealous of her because he's happy to be the only witch that has as much power as he does within the community. He wants to be the witch that everybody looks up to because he has all this power. Well, it turns out Sarah has just as much, if not more than he does, and he's been jealous of her this whole time that he's been mentoring her. And he's super happy when this actually happens because now that he knows that she resurrected her aunt, he can basically exile her from the magical society that she's a part of, that she goes to school at basically, and she has been learning all her magic from this community, and she's not allowed to access their library anymore. She's not allowed to ask any other witches to help her, and they're told that they are not allowed to help her. She wants to find a spell that will help her restore her own magic, but she now has no access whatsoever to this guild or whatever it is. And the fox, Clemmy, is sticking around her because Clemmy was hoping that she would help raise the curse. But now Clemmy's sticking around because she's hoping that eventually, if she can regain her magic, then she can raise the curse. And so 15 years have passed since she's not had any magic whatsoever. And now all of a sudden things are starting to happen. People are starting to come into her life who haven't been in her life before. You meet a whole bunch of new characters that over those 15 years have become part of her life. Some of them are actively trying to help her get her magic back without her knowing. And this causes a bit of trouble, but that's kind of where the current timeline starts from, is like this thing happens and now we're gonna kind of move forward from that because things are changing. So that's the basic idea of this. There are so many characters in this, but they're so much fun to meet all these new characters. You've got a resurrected rooster. That's basically a little, well, you can see it on here. You've got this little rooster. You've got, this is Clemmy right here. And then we've got Sarah. And then of course the inn itself is kind of like its own character because it has magic that she performed on it when she was really young. And so the inn has a lot of magic, and she helps, well, so she started out helping her aunt run the inn, but now that her aunt is much older, she is mostly running the inn. And then of course on this other end, we just met Luke, who I'm guessing is this character, and Luke has an autistic younger sister. He is part of the guild, but he's struggling a lot because they're giving him a hard time for bringing his sister to the guild. She is causing a lot of issues within the guild, and people are really upset that she's there because they don't feel like she should be there or should be allowed to be there. So that's basically where we're at. And these two are just about to cross paths, and I can't wait to see why and what comes of it. So I was thinking as I was doing the sprints, which actually went really well, it was a lot of fun. I had a good time chatting with people in the comments, that I would like to do a haul where I show you everything we got yesterday at Cost Plus, because I didn't have time to sit and do a haul yesterday. But you know, we had so much fun shopping there, and you'll definitely have seen some of the stuff we bought in the video. I don't think you'll have seen everything. So I would like to show you what we purchased. You know, granted, these are things that between Mom and I, we both bought. So not everything is what I got specifically for me, but you know, we live together, so a lot of this stuff is shared. Let's start with, Mom just brought me edible stuff, so we'll start with the edible stuff. We needed some maple syrup, so we got Maple Joe's 100% maple syrup, and I love maple syrup. I put it in a lot of different things, so I'm very happy we did, because we have almost completely run out of maple syrup. So this looked good and got a little dude on there. We love digestives, or the biscuits that you get that go with your tea and stuff like that in the UK. And so we got Hobnobs because I don't think that's a variety we've ever tried before. We've definitely tried the digestives brand. We might have tried the other one, but I don't think we've ever tried Hobnobs. And they had just the plain Oaty ones, but then they also had these Oaty ones with milk chocolate covering it. So we got the milk chocolate ones because it looked good. And then, as I already showed you, the Tunnux tea cakes. Now, normally the box is red because that's the milk chocolate one. These are the dark chocolate ones. The dark chocolate's not that dark. And this was 50% off, 55% off. So those were good prices. I think they were just trying to get rid of these, and I don't know why, because they were really good. We got 3 boxes or 4 boxes? We got 4 boxes of these. Ooh. Finally, we got this brown butter toffee tea. A cup of buttery bliss, the Republic of Tea. We kind of wanted to get fall type tea to go in our cups that I'll show you in a minute. And this one sounded really good. Both of us liked the sound of this one, the brown butter toffee tea. So we'll go give that a go and see how we like it. One thing I forgot to mention is I got these Heinz beans because I got a thing of them. I love the addition of beans in the UK breakfast, and I love these on toast. I love them with eggs. I love them with potatoes in the morning, hash browns. I love these beans a lot. So I couldn't help myself. I ended up picking up a matching pair of mugs for Mom and I because These are so cute, and we like having seasonal mugs, and I thought it would be nice for us to both have the same ones. Basically plain on the back. They've got the little ghost skirt thing going. Not skirt, but you know how the sheet goes down like that. And this cute little pumpkin on it. So got 2 of those. Really, really love those. And then over in the clearance section, they had a whole bunch of mushroom mugs. And they had 4 different types. They had the brown one, and then they had like 3 of the toadstool types with like the red and white polka dot on top. They had a yellow with white polka dot, and they had a blue with white polka dot. I actually like the brown one the best. Jordan got a red with white polka dots on top, and I think a yellow one too. And it has this cute little lid, and then it's just regular. I love mushrooms, and it's just so dang cute. And then the other dishware we got were these little snack dishes, and they're so cute. They're these Dia de los Muertos designs, and we got 2 different types. So 2 of the dudes with, ooh, careful Amy. 2 of the dudes with the hats, and then 2 of the sugar skull ladies with the flowers, which I thought these were so pretty. Mom really liked them too. So we got 4 of those to put our little Tunnix tea cakes on while we have our tea in the morning or coffee. These are so cute, but Mom really got these because she's been enjoying putting napkins on candles. You can take the napkin and put it on a candle, and it just leaves a design on the candle. So Mom's been enjoying doing that, and she was thinking these look kind of fall-ish, so she could use these to decorate some candles. One of the things we used to love doing in California when we lived there was this fair every year where you could go to the fair and different glass blowers would have their glass blown pumpkins. Not a fair, but you know, like a little, specifically glass blown pumpkins. That was what it was. That was all they sold. And it was a whole bunch of different glass blowers, and they would sell them, and they would just set them out on the grass. So it was like this pumpkin patch. It was a pumpkin patch, but it was pumpkin patch for glass blown pumpkins. It was such a cool thing. And we used to go every year because it was just fun to just go and see what people had been making and buy a new pumpkin every year. And so we obviously can't do that anymore because they don't have that option up here, but they had some glass blown pumpkins, and this was both of our favorite. So we picked this one up, and it's just so pretty. It's so stunning. Mom pointed out that it matches my nails, and it's just, yeah, it does exactly. Actually, I realized too that my book matches my nails. So like, it's very aesthetic. Okay, and then the other pumpkin we got was this. It's a cloth pumpkin, like the soft cloth, I'm not gonna say soft, but you know, embroidered cloth. And we just thought this was really pretty. It's got the embroidered flowers on it, leaves, and then it has some like seed beads on there too with this, is that metal? It is metal, with a metal thing. Stem. I'm really struggling these days. And then that's the butt. Then Mom picked up these little kitty cats. Show them to you on this side. I think she has plans for where she wants to put them. But yeah, she just thought these were really cute, and they look a little fall because of the color. And these little cats that have their tails sticking up. So yeah, these are so cute. Look at that little cat. Little cat face. And the pretty little flowers on the sides. So Mom got those. And then Mom found this on the sale rack. It was much cheap. It was much cheap. And it's just really cute. It's this cute little rainbow that has this, I don't know. It's words that I just can't use right. I can't word these days. I don't know what I'm gonna, like if I have a job interview in the next week, what am I gonna do? Because I can't think of things. And then for fall also, I like this because I really like snails. So I saw this little snail guy, and it lights up. You can't really see it because of how bright it is, but he lights up, so all the orifices, all the holes will like shine the light out in the nighttime. It's got a little light bulb in there, and it changes colors. So I just thought that was really cute and very fall-ish. I don't know that the light bulb is fall colors because it like has purple and blue and all these things that don't necessarily scream fall to me. But it kind of works for Halloween too because it kind of looks like the skeleton of a snail almost. And I just thought oh no, did you break it? And then I got this for my bedroom. I haven't really started planning or organizing or doing anything to my room yet, but I'm eventually going to, and I've been thinking about what style I want in my bedroom, and I don't know yet. Maybe cottagecore, maybe something like that. Either way, this was in the sale section, and I just loved it, and so I'm gonna figure out how to make it work in my room eventually when I decorate. But I just thought it's a candle holder, and it's this metal. It's metal flowers. These different metal flowers. It's got a rose up top and then these daisy-like flowers on the sides. And I just thought it was so pretty. And imagine a candle in there. I got this one for my room, and then we got a couple for, granted these are spring, so it's not current fall decor, but I just thought these were beautiful. These metal candle holders were all so pretty. Spring flowers, and it's got this up here that holds the candle, and all these different metal flowers. So we got 2 of those because, you know, for around the house, we figured we'd have a set for when springtime comes. And those were on sale also. So that was nice. Also on sale, and we don't have nearly enough trivets or placemats for our kitchen table. We got this because it was really cheap. So that was great. And it's a nice little placemat for when you have hot items. Yeah, that was only like $1.50. So that was a good price. And then Mom wanted to get some candles. These are more fall type candles because of the orange, although the flowers on them are a little more like springy, summery, but these are pretty candles, and she just wanted to be able to have some unique candles to be able to put in. We have many candle holders, so we don't really have a lot of candles to put in those candle holders. So that's important. And then I got this bookworm pin because I just thought it was so freaking adorable. So I got that because why not? I like pins, and I just thought that was super cute. And we got these masks for our camping trip / readathon. Mom got this funny, we got her this alien mask, and Shar got this ghoul type of mask. This is a ghost, a ghoul ghost thingy. So we thought those masks would be great. Jordan got her and I some Hello Kitty masks. So they're not quite fall, you know, but they're still cute. And then, as I had mentioned before, I wanted some motivation, something that would help me get my job. And I was kind of like manifesting. So if I get myself a work notebook and a new cute little work pen, then that will help me get the job. So let's hope this is true. And I'm going to probably write something in there like, you know, I love my new job and I cannot wait to use this notebook to take notes for it. And that's what the cousin said I should do to manifest. So we'll see how my manifestation goes. But that is just such a cute little notebook. And I love the mushrooms. I'm feeling the mushrooms this fall. Definitely feeling the mushrooms. I couldn't walk past it. It's so cute. This is like the cutest little thing ever. And it's a pen. So I haven't pulled off the pen tip yet to see how well it works. But it's this adorable pen. And then Mom got this soap, this bar of soap that smells like plumeria, and it smells really good, and I think it was on sale. So she got this, yeah, it was on sale. Manifest intention, creativity, and spirit. And it just smells so good. And it has this little ball thing on it. It's like a pretty little bead, this purple bead. So it comes with a bead. And then I got these, ooh, I should put these on. I got these earrings, these skeleton earrings, because I love big, yeah, they're nickel free. Kids tend to really like to see what kind of earrings I have on. So I always love to have different big earrings on. I have little earrings too, but I like big earrings a lot. So, you know, sometimes I add a little bit of pizzazz to my outfit, especially my work outfit, through the earrings that I wear. And I thought these were cute. Oh, I love those. They're so cute. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Cute little skeletons. They're dancing. And they make like a little jingle jangle sound on my ears. Then I got these pimple patches because Jordan and Shar really love pimple patches. I know those are all the rage these days, and little old ladies like me don't necessarily know and follow trends very well, but these were so cute that I kind of had to, like, you got a cat pimple patch and a hat pimple patch, and witch's hat. And, oh, those are the actual sizes. And, you know, if I have a pretty, like, sometimes you have those pimples that hurt really bad and they don't, these are supposed to help them, like, visibly absorbs the impurities, protects and prevents picking, which is very helpful, and results in 6 to 10 hours. So it's supposed to help keep that pimple from becoming a problem. I just love that idea because they're so cute. If it was a regular pimple patch, I probably still wouldn't try them. And then Jordan and I saw these. She got the Halloween ones. I got the fall ones. These are nail stickers, and they weren't cheap. They were pretty expensive, but there's so many in here. And I get my nails done. I like the place that we get our nails at a lot, but their nail designs aren't as fancy as I've seen some other nail design people do in the past. And so I thought once I get my nails done, I can put these cute little nail stickers on my nails. Okay, so you see I've got leaves, we've got even cinnamon rolls and very fall stuff. The little mushrooms, we've got knitting and these different balls of yarn. You got snails and then pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie. You've got gnomes and wheat and different acorns. Books, of course, because who doesn't love to read and cuddle up with a book in the fall? And then pumpkins and apples, tea. I love it with the little tea bags. These are the details on these are so cute. We've got some ladybugs and squirrels, so definitely very fall-ish. And I just thought these were so darn cute that I was like, you know what? I can make my nails look cute with little things like this. So I'm probably gonna do that. And last but certainly not least, we found this beautiful orange planter. I really like this. Mom didn't think I liked it. I do like it. I just wasn't sure if it would match with some of the other stuff we have. But I think we can make this work because it's a really pretty planter. And it's cool and it's unique. And it was half off, so can't beat that. So that's pretty much it. That's everything that we got. It added up to a lot of money, but we had fun shopping. And you know, we don't go there very often. We don't go to Cost Plus all that often. And so it was just so much fun to look at. We looked at everything. We were looking at everything and really enjoying just showing each other things and deciding what we wanted. And it was a fun little fall outing. Beginning of fall outing. It's not fall yet. It's not fall yet. Oh, I completely forgot to show you the mat we got. This is to go on our back, at our back door. The doormat. There we go. That's what it's called. Doormat. I got it. We got a doormat. Isn't it so cute? Okay, so I thought the whole pimple patch thing was a cute idea when it had little cats and witch hats. But what if your pimple is there? Is that cute? Looks like I got something stuck there. And I didn't wash my face or something. Looks like a bug stuck on my face. That's what it looks like. Look, there's like, oh, there's a fly. Oh, there's a fly. So yeah. So I don't know if you can take me seriously looking at me like this, but it's got to stay there for 6 to 10 hours. So good luck with that. We did not go kayaking because my cousin brought an inflatable kayak and we had never used it before. And the pump she was using was not, I don't think it had high enough PSI. So it was just not inflating the kayak as much as it needed to be inflated. So we just walked around the whole lake and chatted and caught up because it's been a while since the two of us just had time to hang out together. This is my cousin Jenny. And it was a bit overcast. It wasn't super hot, so it was a nice walk around the lake. And she's a teacher also, so we talk about teacher stuff. And then about family stuff and all our, stuff. And now I'm home and I'm working on my days 26 and 27 vlog because I have to get that up tomorrow. So hopefully it won't take too long. It's about a 30-minute. I have 30 minutes of footage, so once I, edit it down, hopefully it doesn't take too long, because, yeah, gotta get this up tomorrow. So, yeah, just wanted to try that out, and that's where my pimple is, right there, in the crease. So, yeah, look at me, being stylish, trending. And of course, true to form, I didn't have an outro for this, so here's my outro now. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section down below if you've read A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I know it just came out recently, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it if you have read it. And make sure you subscribe so you can see what happens on day 31, my final day of my 1 week, 1 shelf challenge that I've been doing this whole month of August. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.